All right, y'all, what's good? Welcome back. Triple Nexus, episode 15. Y'all. Almost 4 months of this motherfucking podcast. Oh, how far have we have come? And guess what? We still have content to be created because TikTok has not gone away. Because we started making this podcast because TikTok was going away. That shit's nuts. I thought I was ND. That's crazy. Nerd King, ND, Burdens, you know how it is. What's up? All right, let's get into the business. ND, yo, what the fuck, bro?
Yo.
ND, what the fuck?
Yo.
You know how I know the podcast is coming up is because I get tagged on some bullshit right before the podcast is about to drop, bro. So we're gonna talk about the anime Mount Rushmore, right? Because Tizzy made a video saying that I'm sorry, none of the big three belong in the anime Mount Rushmore, and I turned around and I said all of the big three belong in the anime Mount Rushmore. Every single one of them do. It's Goku, Naruto, Luffy, Ichigo. That's the anime Mount Rushmore. That's what it should be. I'm gonna let you speak about it first because you said One Piece does not have a spot, and I just want to know why does One Piece not have a spot? Let me hear it.
Okay, so boom. When it comes to the anime Mount Rushmore, right? I don't think all of the big three should be on the anime Mount Rushmore. I agree with that. But I think that if one of the big three would be on it, it would be Naruto. I'm not even doing engagement farming. I'm not even doing... It would be Naruto, bro. Because, boom. Dragon Ball Z, right, was the influence for modern shonen, right? So we put that out. But when we look at, like, the influence, like, worldwide into, like, all other kinds of media, out into, like, basically making anime, like, mainstream, pushing anime out, like, to everyone, like, what the fact that it was on Cartoon Network, the fact that, like, most people, like, when they think about anime, are thinking about Dragon Ball, and they're thinking about Naruto. Ain't nobody thinking about One Piece. I'm sorry, nobody's thinking about One Piece. Naruto is more known, it's more popular, it's more trendy, it's more, like, in the mainstream, it's more, like, integrated with, like, other mediums, it's more integrated into, like when you like normies are more likely to know Naruto than they are to know.
I don't give a fuck about normies, bro.
And I'm just we're talking about anime Mount Rushmore. No, we're talking about anime Mount Rushmore, bro. We're talking about things that had an impact throughout the entire medium and things that are like outside the medium as well, right? Everybody knows Goku, right? You don't have to know like. I knew Goku before I even knew what the word anime even meant, right? Like, I knew Naruto before I knew what the word anime even meant, bro. Like, Luffy, like, yes, Luffy and One Piece has its, like, you know, successes and whatnot. But, like, in terms of, like, you know, representing what it means for anime, I just don't think it's there. Like, One Piece is just starting to, like, match. I think One Piece is just starting to match Naruto in terms of popularity. Like, if we want to talk sales, okay, whatever. You guys have sales. You want to talk about, Oda is top 10, whatever. Okay, great. Y'all have that. But in terms of, like, in terms of popularity, in terms of being known, in terms of being iconic, One Piece is not on Naruto's level. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if I was rage baiting, I would say Bleach, but Bleach is not on that shit either. It's not.
All right. We're talking... this is anime Mount Rushmore, meaning that there's 4 spots. My ass said, I'm not even... You clip the video to make it seem like my ass said Naruto does not belong on there. To make it seem like it was just One Piece and that's it. That's not what I said. I said it was Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece all deserved that spot. The reason why One Piece deserves the spot is because One Piece, as stated by however many fucking people work in the Shonen Jump manga, this is going to tie into anime in a second, saved the manga of Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump was on a heavy-ass decline in terms of sales brought in. One Piece serialized, One Piece brought it back to life, right? You said Naruto would have just taken that spot and retook all of those sales. I disagree, and that's not to say that Naruto's not popular. It's because people watched Naruto before they read it. Naruto became popular because of the anime and the anime adaptation. Naruto was
in America, but
well,
not
in
Japan.
Most of the spots
across the West.
It was
gross majority in Japan for sales.
For sales, yeah, for sure. But most of the people, the reason Naruto got the fame that it did was because of the anime adaptation. I think that
you could say the same thing for One Piece too. Like, the reason why One Piece is blown up right now is because the anime is no longer dog shit.
No, but I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that just One Piece, this is turning back to One Piece saving Shonen Jump and the fact that Naruto would have taken some of the sales, but I still think...
One Piece didn't inherently save Shonen Jump. The entirety of the big 3 saved Shonen Jump. That's what gave them the title of
I'm saying it's a matter of semantics, because you're saying that One Piece saves Shonen Jump, yeah, because One Piece came out first.
That's not even me like just gassing up One Piece and saying stuff that's not true. That's just saying what the magazine said. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong.
Not you. It's you.
Now. I can't hear. He cut off. Wait, hold on. He cut off.
I'm
No.
not saying, yeah, no. I'm here. I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying that I'm saying it requires more context. I'm saying it requires more like I'm saying that you can't just stop there. Yes, One Piece saved Shonen Jump. Yes, but that's not the full story.
No, I understand it's not the full story, but even like One Piece and Naruto basically kind of came out at the same time. One Piece came out at all of those. One Piece's domination as like a manga in that time, it was outselling the second place manga at its height by like 4 or 5 times. And again, this is just all tying back to the anime. I'm not saying, I think Naruto and One Piece at this particular given moment are both two of the most popular like animes like ever now, because One Piece got there over COVID and Naruto was there in like the 2010s because of the anime adaptation. I'm not trying to slight Naruto. I'm just saying that One Piece in that time was the manga that had carried most of the sales for Shonen Jump. We say it broke the record. That bitch broke the record back in like 2009, bro. That bitch got like the 500 million sales back in like 2009. And all I'm saying for this is that a lot of the animes we know today, we probably wouldn't if One Piece existed. It did not exist because the sales saved the manga, saved the thing of Shonen Jump, and Shonen's one of the most popular like versions.
Right, but
of
I just kind of feel like
I
just kind of feel like if we're doing anime Mount Rushmore, like at that point, like we're just like I feel like at that point, we're like if like yeah, you could make an argument for like the big 3 plus Dragon Ball, but I feel like that's too
So
you know,
and you agree with Goku? Right, you agree with Goku slash Dragon Ball.
Yes.
You agree with Naruto.
Hey, we're talking anime Mount Rushmore. Anime Mount Rushmore.
Anime
like,
specifically.
Right.
Mount Rushmore.
I agree with Goku. Yes.
So, but you don't agree with Luffy, and you don't inherently agree with Ichigo. So,
no, I do not agree.
If not Luffy, then who? If not Luffy or Ichigo, then who?
I definitely would put like I said, Goku on there for sure. I would definitely put Naruto on there for sure. I don't really know. I'm thinking Sailor Moon just for the shoujo, like the whole shoujo genre. I'm thinking like maybe you could kind of make an argument for that.
Why does their genre need a shout out?
Well, because
Sailor Moon's more popular than One Piece, bro. What are we talking about?
No, because when you think of this, when you think of the entire magical, when you think of the
right now,
bro, when you think of the entire magical girl genre, Sailor Moon basically invented that shit. So like you got to give it the respect for that, right? Just like when it comes to Dragon Ball, the entire big 3 is more like at this point in time is more everything than Dragon Ball. But Dragon Ball owns shonen anime, so you can't say shonen anime without Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that like I would put I don't know what I would put for the 4th one, but I just feel like if we're just putting the whole big 3 on that anime Mount Rushmore, then it's not anime Mount Rushmore.
Yo, so you don't know what would
be still relevant. They were relevant back then, and they're relevant now. They never stopped their relevancy. I don't hear people talk about Sailor Moon besides power scaling.
Facts. You don't know what would get the 4th spot, but you're just saying not One Piece. Here's my reasoning.
I'm saying that if we're gonna put One Piece and we put fucking Ichigo, at that point we're basically just putting the whole big 3. That's not anime Mount Rushmore. That's
maybe the big 3 should just not be that good.
That's just shonen anime dick eating, bro. That's not anime Mount Rushmore. Like,
yo, Andy, but why would it all be shonen? It's because shonen's hands down not even close to the most popular version of anime like that and manga that's out there.
I guess it just depends on the criteria. I guess it just depends on the criteria. For me, the criteria that I'm thinking about is it has to have relevance. It has to have relevance, not only relevance outside of anime. It has to have it has to be like genre defining. It has to have done something that like it has to have done something like genre defining. Like, right, Dragon Ball genre defining.
Is One Piece not genre defining?
It's not. No, it's not. Bro, it's okay to not have Luffy in every single shit. It's not. No.
Yo, Wyatt.
Bro, the only reason why I even put Naruto on that shit is because Naruto is the most popular anime of all time. Bro, no! Stop bringing up One Piece, bro. No.
Why is Grunkle so pressed?
Because, bro, enough! It's enough! No, One Piece is not on there, bro. Just cope. Like, holy shit.
Yo,
So, Nerd Gang, you would like your response now?
I have never heard your voice echo like that. I'm gonna give it the opposite energy.
It's not!
Andy, listen very carefully, bro. Okay, I view that all of the big 3 and
I view that all of the big 3 and Goku belong in the anime Mount Rushmore. This is why. It's because each one of them.
That's just shonen, bro. At that point, it's not anime.
It's just anime.
They're the most defining anime.
If the 4 of them, if you take the Here's my reason, right? If you put these four faces and you take the four of them out of anime context completely, anime is destroyed as a genre. Anime would basically not exist as a genre today. Dragon Ball kickstarted it in the 90s. Naruto got the anime rolling in the 2010s.
But that's just popularity, bro. Like, if you're doing only big three, that means you're only doing popularity and nothing else.
Yeah, but it's not about it's not even just about popularity. I'm not even done with talking about Bleach. One Piece is the reason why Shonen Jump was kicked back off as a manga. I mean, not as a manga, as a serialized magazine. And Bleach is the reason why a lot of anime today got inspired, was because of the Bleach characters. It's the perfect storm of inspiration. It's the perfect storm of like why anime got carried to the place that it was today. It's the four of them. The fuck am I taking off Bleach for? Astro Boy? The fuck?
Bro, but if we're doing it like that, bro, you could literally just be like, okay, well, what about, I don't know, some shit like, well, like, I don't know, take some shit like Fist of the North Star. That had major influence. Let's put that shit on the Rushmore.
Because
how relevant is that today?
No one on the planet Earth has ever read Astro Boy, but Astro Boy was the first anime.
Because no one's recommending Astro Boy. No one's like, yo, you should watch Astro Boy. Let me put you on this game real quick.
It's a combination of influence. It's a combination of genre defining. It's a combination of popularity and relevance today. That's
you start watching anime, they say watch Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, or Bleach. That's it. What everyone gets recommended.
That's literally it.
No one says, yeah, watch Astro Boy.
Fist of the North Star. I'll fist your North Star.
Sailor Moon.
Bro, yes. Bro, yes. Bro, every single, bro.
Watch
Yes, out of the fucking shonen genre and look at other shit. You would see how influential a Sailor Moon is, bro. Like, bro.
I'm looking.
I'm trying to.
I'm looking.
I'm trying to expand my fucking.
Unless there's a video talking about who beats Goku. No one's talking about Sailor Moon. No one talks about Sailor Moon.
Fucking big three muscular men punching each other, bro. There's more shit to anime, bro. Look at other shit, bro. Like, it's not just big three all the time. There's other shit too.
Those are not as popular and influential as the show.
That's what I'm saying, and now y'all are turning it into a popularity contest. It's not just about popular, bro.
It doesn't have to. They're not relevant either.
Oh, but Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump is not the only fucking anime thing in existence, bro.
Then why should the other ones be up there?
What? Wait.
What reason?
I don't know what would be the fourth one, but I just know it would not be One Piece or Bleach, bro.
So if we can say why the big three deserves to be up there, but we can't say why Sailor Moon can.
The big three is a separate thing. The big three has its own accomplishments and it's its own separate thing. Big three, great. Anime Mount Rushmore is not big three. That's completely a different discussion, bro. We can't just keep putting big three in literally everything.
So then, what is your like qualifying factors for the Mount Rushmore?
Yo, would shut the fuck up and listen to me speak. I already said it's not just about popularity. It's not just about influence in Shonen Jump. It's also about how iconic it is and how genre defining it is too, and like the reach it has outside of the anime sphere, bro. You cannot tell me that for example, Sailor Moon literally inventing the entire magical girl trope doesn't qualify as genre defining. Like that is the definition of genre defining, bro.
It does qualify as genre defining for sure, but I view the anime Mount Rushmore as a combination of everything, right? I view it as influential. I feel it as genre defining. I feel it as popular.
You view it as whichever one is more popular and whichever one saves Shonen Jump is should be on it.
The one
if it was about
animes meet.
If it was about popularity today, then my 4 would be like Jujutsu Kaisen, Solo Leveling, like One Piece, and Naruto, bro. That would be my 4 of like popular animes today. Like that, you know what I mean? And that's just not what it's about, because it's about like Dragon Ball wouldn't be on there.
It's about other stuff.
Yes,
but you can't say it's about other stuff and then instantly start saying big three. Dude, there's other stuff!
Well, yes, of course, but I think their sales are not just attributed to the fact that they were popular. Their sales were attributed to the fact that they did what the genre, what made the genre popular the best. They did it the best. They had the best writing. They defined. You can't tell me Bleach didn't define the fucking genre. You can't tell me Bleach didn't define the genre when like Black Clover and everything we know today is based off of fucking.
But that's just one thing, bro. Like you can like that's why I said Dragon Ball and Naruto. If you take Dragon Ball and Naruto, like that basically covers all of shonen anyway. Why are we putting more shonen in there?
Because shonen is absolutely the most popular, like hands down, like anime that everybody views and everybody watches.
Okay, so bro, boom. Here's another example I can think of, bro. If I say most genre-defining, let's say like track and field athletes, and you only pick sprinters, bro, there's more to track and field than sprinting. Like that's like me saying most genre-defining football players, and you only pick quarterbacks. There's more to football than quarterbacks. You have to pick other stuff.
Look me dead in the eyes and tell me that Sailor Moon has more inspiration, Sailor Moon has more genre-defying qualities and popularity than motherfucking One Piece.
If we already put Dragon Ball and Naruto in there, we don't need to add more shonen in there. We already have.
You're just not including them because they're shonen.
Yes, just like I wouldn't put the girl shit on that too. Just like I wouldn't be one of those fucking dumbass people saying, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, because it's more popular. Bro, fuck that, bro, there's other stuff. Like, I keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you just cannot comprehend it. What is going on?
You're gonna make me pee my pants.
What is going on? I've said the same thing like 8 times, bro. I've like explained it in every single possible. I've explained it in every single possible way I can think of, and you still don't get it. How?
Naming shit.
I get what you're trying to say. I think that Sailor Moon defining that genre is less important than One Piece defining like the entirety of anime as a fucking whole, bro.
Oh, please, just enough.
Burns,
next topic,
Burns.
bro. We're never gonna agree on this.
Burns,
Next topic.
Burns. Wait, hold on. What would you think the anime like Mount Rushmore would be? What would you?
The same thing that was in the photo. Goku plus the big. I don't see any problem with it. Every single qualification you just said, they all
meet. This is why people hate shonen fans, bro. This is why people hate shonen fans,
The only thing you could say for fucking Sailor Moon was, what, influence? And just barely at that, just the magical genre in general? Who the fuck is talking about Sailor Moon? No one talks about that shit.
Because y'all have only watched shonen, bro!
No one! There's not one person! Name one person!
What are you talking about? Not you, clearly, because you only watch shonen!
When did you talk about Sailor Moon besides now? When have you been like, yo, I watch Sailor Moon?
Hold on. I'm spitting.
Sailor Moon is gas.
I'm Sailor Moon is gas. I'm spitting that. I just don't think it belongs on there. But
drop some Sailor Moon lore fucking now. Drop some Sailor Moon right now. Yeah, because it didn't do shit. You can't hear anything. You don't know anything.
That's part of the discussion. That's not what we're talking about, bro.
I'm spitting. Ready?
I'm doing lore for lore, Sailor Moon wise. What are we doing here?
I'm spitting the same logic back at you. So you say that One Piece shouldn't be on there because it's a shonen and other shonen are on there. Okay, so Dragon Ball was on there first, so Naruto shouldn't be on there. In your logic,
yeah, you can argue that. You can argue it.
Yeah, for sure.
You can argue it.
Let's say
I would argue that the Naruto influence has that even though Dragon Ball started it, I would say that the Naruto influence has carried on throughout the other animes more than Dragon Ball. I would say that all you really like Dragon Ball was the prototype, and then Naruto really like spread it out,
but I thought Bleach had
it.
so much influence.
Yeah, Bleach has influence. Bleach has influence in terms of writing and archetypes, but Naruto has like influence over like the entire anime medium as a whole.
And so does fucking One Piece.
You can't. How many like?
Bro's geeking. We're gonna make Unk pop a blood vessel.
If One Piece was not here, Shonen Jump as a magazine would have failed. It would have been gone. It would have been destroyed. That's not influence. That's not the same level of influence. What are we talking about? Look, the anime of Naruto, I'm absolutely 1000% agreeing that it had more influence over anime.
It's been 20 minutes. Next topic. I know.
All right, so we're getting into more stressful. This one's going to be my favorite topic I think we have ever done on Triple Nexus so far. So again, Andy made another video over the past couple days talking about, Burns said something about like Bleach and Naruto versus Naruto and all that stuff. So MD said Ichigo would smack the dog
absolute
water,
dog piss,
smack the dookie buns out of Naruto.
It would not
he
be
would bend him over a barrel and
it would not be
5-star
close.
his
It would not be
bare
close.
cheeks, bro. And
And bro,
Let's hear it, bro.
this is like the exact same shit that Burns was saying to Nerd King not too long ago when it was Madara versus Kaido.
Yeah.
Burns was saying,
I did.
why do we have to sit here and pretend like the verses are a lot closer than they actually are? We don't have to cope to make One Piece fans feel good. It's okay to just say Madara shit stomps Kaido and we can just talk about that. Why do we have to start coping when it comes to Naruto, bro? It is okay to just acknowledge
Why is that
Ichigo
cool? I didn't even
devastates-
say Naruto smokes.
Bro.
That's the thing. Nah. I didn't even say they
you're
smoke.
right. You didn't say that. But I'm saying that Ichigo devastates Naruto and it's not close. Like
And I think that
I
is
am
completely
personally
fucking
saying
incorrect.
that, bro. And like,
I'm personally saying that's wrong.
it's okay to just acknowledge that, bro. It's okay to just like no. All you can say, all you can bring up is some creation of all things ninjutsu from Kaguya.
What the fuck are you talking about? 90% of the arguments for Bleach is some random fucker made a dimension millennia ago from one universe to split into three.
Oh, look at Kaguya created dimensions. As if Naruto in any way, shape, or form scales to Kaguya.
Do you hear yourself?
Look at Naruto versus Ishiki, bro. Naruto literally had to have Kurama die for him to even like do literally anything. What are we talking about? And even Ishiki himself is not fucking multiversal bullshit. Ishiki
Bro,
is
didn't
like,
Aizen cut a
Ishiki
fucking
is
mountain
like,
in half and get impressed?
What? What are you talking about? What are you even saying? I didn't even hear you, bro. All I know is that this doesn't require copium.
It's not copium. You're talking about Ichiki losing when Broken cut a mountain to get impressed.
We literally watched Ichigo carry the weight of the entirety of the Bleachverse, multiple universes on his back.
Examples. Examples.
What? What are you talking about? Watch
Examples.
the anime.
Example.
In the test to test if Ichigo is capable of being the Soul King. Ichibe, in that test, when Ichigo was walking to the Soul King, Ichigo temporarily became the Soul King, and we saw that in his eyes when he gained 4 pupils. That is the Almighty. Ichigo carried the weight of the entire Bleachverse on his back and did not die. We watched Ichigo kill a fused Soul King. The job of the Soul King is to keep all of reality in existence. Ichigo one-shotted fucking fused Yuha, and Yuha had to like unkill himself with the Almighty. Like, these are actual tangible examples you can give. That don't require bringing up data books, that don't require bringing up, like when we pixel scale this, and we take this clearly hyperbolic statement, overly literal, and we take Naruto, even though Kurama has been stated only to be able to destroy a planet, and the Ten Tails has only been able to destroy planets, but we take that completely out of context, completely throw away the entire story, just so we can get Naruto to fucking multiversal. And the most ridiculous thing of all time is that bro said Sage of 6 Paths Naruto. He didn't even say Baryon mode. So if you think Sage of 6 Paths Naruto is matching Ichigo, so what? You think Baryon mode shit stomps Ichigo then? What are we doing here? What are we like? We're not even doing strongest versus strongest. We're doing Naruto's like second to strongest form versus Ichigo's strongest form. And this is a tie? How exactly? What are we doing?
Let me explain why. So notice how in that entire Yap session you just gave, I didn't hear the mention of any of the 3 realms, how their universes, how it gets scaled to Ichigo in any way, shape, or form, what the role of Yua is. All you said was holding reality in balance. That's fucking word diarrhea. Elaborate.
Did you not hear me say that the function of the Soul King is to prevent all of reality from collapsing?
What is... Elaborate! What do you mean by reality?
Do you want me to pull out the panels that show every single fucking star and every single fucking moon? Like Naruto fans like,
because you're just saying reality!
Because here's a screenshot from fucking Ninja Storm where there's a moon. Therefore, it's a fucking universe. Here's a screenshot. Here are stars and one Ninja Storm cutscene that no one remembers. Here's a sentence from a data book that you didn't even read that you saw Swag Kage bring up in a fucking YouTube video. That's why Naruto's universal. What are we doing here? And I'm losing my voice. I can't even talk anymore.
Take some elderberry gang.
Bro,
the blood pressure.
The Swag Kage said in the video that Naruto could be scaled to Hyperversal Plus. Dude,
all you said was holding reality in the balance. I could just say that they have abilities that rewrite reality. That's an exact sentence from the book. But notice how if I don't elaborate, you don't know what the fuck that means? Holding reality means nothing unless you explain. Explain how Ichigo is stronger! You didn't explain how anyone is stronger! You didn't say anything about Kage, you didn't say anything about the reality, you didn't say anything about Yuha, you didn't say anything!
Naruto is uni. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up in the comments. Naruto is universal.
Explain what reality
Form a
means.
coherent argument. Right now. I'm telling you.
What are you defining as coherent? What are you defining as
Explain why
coherent?
why
Because
Ichigo would be
to
stronger.
comprehend my argument.
Why? Because your argument was word
okay,
soup.
Wonderful. Give me what do you define as coherent?
What do you think puts Ichigo above Naruto? And then explain what you think that would scale to, for example. So when I said holding reality, the balance of reality, how that doesn't mean anything, it doesn't mean anything because you're not explaining what that entails. That's why I'm saying.
What exactly would you like me to
So
explain?
I'm saying I could just respond to that.
Do you think that Kubo goes into the detailed metaphysics of what a universe means in the panels? So
Kishimoto does it a lot better than Kubo does.
Okay, so explain to me how Naruto scales to multiversal plus or whatever the fuck.
So wait, no, the burden of proof is on you. You said that Ichigo then scales to multiversal plus. You didn't explain what any of that means. You just said he holds reality and said that's multiversal.
You made a claim too.
You said that
You
holding
said
reality
they're
equals
So defend the
multiversal. That does not equal
I said that there
multiversal.
are multiple universes in the world of Bleach. You said explain
You
that.
never said that. Okay, wait, we can go from there. Now we can go from
Did
there.
you not read Bleach? Okay,
Now
you
we
didn't
can
read
go.
Bleach.
Great,
You didn't read
now-
Bleach. So the reason why you're confused.
You're right, no, I just put it in my asshole, and I fucking absorbed the words.
I'm genuinely asking. Did you read Bleach?
No,
Be
and
honest.
so you can actually give and like. So now let me go. So you're talking about.
Just be honest, bro. Just be honest. Be honest. This is not even. This is not even about the beef. I'm just being dead ass. Be honest. Did you read Bleach? Be honest.
I can say the same thing back. Yeah, I can say the exact same thing back.
Okay, you can say that.
Did Kage not create You're using the three dimensions that exist
Hold up,
in Bleach.
pause.
But Naruto did not do that shit, bro.
Andy, let me just give you what he's asking for. Ready? If we're talking about reality, you don't even necessarily need to prove that it's just the three realms all scale the universe. In order to just scale each go to
And there's
universe.
more than three, but anyway,
Yes,
go on.
but even to just scale each go to universe, holding the reality on his back. I don't care how long reality is. Obviously, obviously regular Earth, the regular realm or whatever, it scales to universal. That's just the universe. So him having reality on his back, that's reality is everything in existence. That's just what reality is. So him having the universe, that's even the other dimensions. You have one that's we all know to be
And
the
that's
universe.
just one
You
thing.
don't even need to scale the
I
other
didn't
two.
even.
It's just universe. That's just universe.
Bro, I
It
didn't
has
even
the
want to be
weight of
biased.
the
Bro, if I
universe
wanted to be
on its back.
biased, if I wanted to be biased, I could just bring up the fucking transcendent statement. I could just bring up Ichigo destroying Yukio's dimension. But again, I cannot.
That dimension was the size of the
fairly
world.
argue. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't fairly argue and reasonably argue that Yukio's dimension is a universe. That's why I didn't even bring that up. But you can't take something that's so blatant and so obvious.
So then you
like
have to prove
Ichigo
it for the other
killing
things.
Yuha, and Yuha had to unkill himself. That's a fused Yuha, not just a regular Quincy Yuha. That's a fused Yuha. Ichigo killing Yuha, and Yuha had to use the Almighty to unkill himself. I don't see how you could
So then
look
in
how sweaty I'm getting,
response-
motherfucker. Look how sweaty you're making me. I don't know how else.
Don't blame me for your perspiration.
I don't know how else.
It's the whole Ask Drake and Josh shit, bro.
I don't know how else.
talking about?
No,
So in
genuinely, I don't know
response-
how else I can argue. I don't know.
In
what
response,
else
I
you
could just
If
say
you're being
Naruto
fair.
damaged Kaguya, who is able to
But I
create
didn't say
6
damage.
different
I didn't say
universes.
damage. Okay, wait. You said Naruto damaged Kaguya and Seiya 6 Paths form. Why
Yes.
do you think that Naruto being able to land a hit on Kaguya means that Naruto scales to Kaguya's strongest hack?
Because it also scales to her AP and durability.
I don't know what those words mean, and I don't care.
You don't know what durability means?
I don't know what the fuck these terms mean, bro. Use information.
You
from the
just
manga
used the
and
term
explain it.
multiverse. Then why use the term multiverse?
Multiverse means multiple universes, bro.
No,
I
it
don't know what-
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Bro, I'm not talking
Multiverse.
about. I'm not talking about the dickhead ass scaling from the fucking. From
So
Discord,
then we're
bro.
not scaling.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I read the manga. I look at the information in the manga. It says here are these universes. Here is Ichigo killing somebody who's
Okay.
holding the universes. Therefore, Ichigo can kill somebody who.
Okay, so then let's ignore. So then let's ignore
I'm
those
not worried
terms.
about AP and DC and FC and JC or whatever all these other terms mean. Bro,
JC.
use information from your manga and explain to me why.
AP, DC, KFC,
Exact
Lakers and
thing.
Vibes.
Same exact thing.
Bro, we're literally shitting yourselves when it came to the fucking Naruto versus Luffy when people were saying Naruto wasn't planetary. Y'all were literally struggling to prove that Naruto's planetary.
Struggling? It's not struggling when they just keep saying no. Oh, that's not struggling. Don't blame us for that.
And now we're going from planetary to fucking multiverse. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm
It
not
was
gonna lie,
never
the whole
lowballed out there.
The universal thing is kind of whack. I can't.
It's the same fucking argument. Kaguya, universes, Yuha, universes, Soulkin, universes.
No, did you hear me say the word AP or DC in my argument? No, you did not. So don't say it's the same argument.
I don't need to bring myself to what you perceive power scaling as to argue power scaling. It's either you roll with it or you don't.
Anybody can say anything. I can fucking scale Luffy to fucking multiverse level by using these dog shit arguments. Look at how Kuro scales Luffy, bro. Kuro scales Luffy. He uses your fucking dumbass rules to scale
The reason he has to do those is because they're not as blatant as the Naruto-verse.
You can use, so like, if we're talking about, yeah, anybody can use anything to scale their character where they want them to be. Like, what are we doing here?
I do agree with that.
But listen, I'm talking about if you're being fair and reasonable, and you know it. If you're being fair and reasonable, you know it makes a lot less sense for Naruto to be multiverse than for Ichigo. You know it. You know it. You're just saying it because you're following.
Because
you're
it's
just
the
saying
exact same argument.
You're saying it because you're followers of Naruto fans, bro. That's why you're saying it. You're saying it because you're followers of
No,
Naruto fans.
because you just can't address the arguments at hand. You just can't.
It's okay to accept that, bro. You're saying that because you're followers of Naruto fans and you want to appease your fan base. That's the reason, bro. Just like when it comes to fucking which one is the best in the big three, I'm always gonna say Bleach to appease my fan base, bro. We're both content creators. We know how this shit works, bro. Stop.
No.
Listen,
There was not one thing addressing that entire yap sesh.
Explain in what way that damaging somebody means that you scale to their strongest hack, and then you started bringing up these.
Because if they can withstand
explain these terms.
the energy from such an attack.
You have Newtonian laws of motion, and those have been debunked a million times. Those don't make any fucking sense. That's not how physics works.
It quite literally is. It's Newton's third law of motion. What are you talking about?
Newton's laws of motion does not mean if you can damage something, it means that you scale to its strongest fucking hack.
Every action has an equal yet opposite reaction.
Wait,
If I
hold on. Let me just.
You're telling me if I can scratch a lion, that means I scale to a lion. No, that doesn't make any fucking sense. That's not how Newtonian laws of motion work.
Wait, hold on. Let me just.
That's
So
the
Goku,
basics of
we all agree. Ready? Go. Let's take Goku for Andy's point. Let me just put it into not screaming terms.
I can't. No. The reason I can't is because it's already sealed the fate.
Goku versus Zeno, right? Zeno has the ability to just snap multiverses out of existence with whatever. Goku, if Goku wanted,
Goku lands his scratch
speed
on
blitz.
Zeno, then that means that he's
No, not even that. Goku, if Goku wanted, could speed blitz and punch Zeno out of reality because Zeno can't perceive light speed. Like he can't. He said Goku was fast. I can't see that bitch, bro. If Goku defeats Zeno, does that mean Goku has the ability to be able to snap multiverses out of existence?
No, that's not what the argument was. You guys are
explain the
straw
argument.
manning.
So explain the argument then.
You guys are straw manning.
I just want to know. Look, I just want to hear.
Second, we can't say
Explain the argument then.
learn physics when we're ignoring the basics of Newton's third law, which is every action has an equal yet opposite reaction. If I exert 200
But you're
pounds of force,
taking that and you're
200
Wait,
pounds
Andy.
You can't bring up physics.
Let me hear it. I want to hear.
You can't bring up physics and then get mad when I bring up physics.
You said that. I'm saying that you are bringing up physics, but you are applying it wrong. The way that you're explaining it is not how it works.
It's
you're applying
not.
it wrong. Look at my sweating, bro. Look at my perspiration, bro.
You're sweating because you're struggling. If you don't yell over me, you lose.
Bro, that's not how laws of motion work.
That literally is.
Does not mean if Naruto can damage Kaguya, then Naruto can create dimensions. That's
not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what was said.
So say it. Explain it.
Because Naruto can damage Kaguya, does that mean Naruto can create or destroy a solar system?
She is able to withstand the energy of such a feat. So damaging her means that he can output that energy on a person. AP just means who you can damage. It's not AoE. So if you can withstand, let's just say you can withstand the Big Bang, right? You have enough durability to have the Big Bang happen in front of you and you don't die, right? Your durability, how much damage you can take before you get hurt, would be about the Big Bang. That amount of energy, we'll say universal. If I punch you, I will not be able to damage you unless I can exert that amount of force that is able to damage you. It's that simple. It's such a simple concept.
I mean, like, yes, but also it just takes it.
That's not how that works. I'm saying that is not how Newtonian laws of motion work. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What? No, I mean, what Burns is saying also makes sense, but it just
takes physics. I mean, maybe in like anime physics, sure, but like
which is what we're talking about.
But then that shit doesn't make any sense.
Hold on. It takes.
Why am I?
Andy, let me speak. It takes it so out of like the anime story perspective. So this is why I don't like power scaling, because then it turns into like
It's just
if Naruto. No, it turns into like Naruto punches Tonori and like punches the moon in half. If Naruto had the ability to like if we say let's just settle on the fact that Kage is the creator. Hold on. I'm not done speaking. I'm not done speaking.
In the fucking 1,000-year Blood War animation, does that mean Chad now scales to multiverse? That doesn't make any sense.
No, listen. Here's my thing.
Able to prove that Hoo-Ha has that durability.
Here's my thing. Hold on. Here's my thing. If that means that like Kage was able to create or destroy a solar system, right? If Luffy punched Tonari, then his punch should have fucking just wiped the solar system. Their punches, if these were characters who were like have the energy output to create or destroy solar systems, then like if attacks miss, then they should blow shit up like that blows up solar system, like in Dragon Ball or like in One Punch Man, how fucking Saitama missed and then he punches like
other animes all the time. Shouldn't they always be destroying universes?
Well, that's my thing. Is why that exactly. That's why my thing is power. No, a little bit. That's why power scaling is so fucking stupid to me, because it just turns around and it's like, let's just scale these people to being able to like destroy solar systems or universes, when that's just out of the context of what the actual anime like is supposed to be. Because if these characters were putting their max energy output could like destroy some shit, if they went to attack somebody and it fucking missed, say if like their first thing, like Naruto was versing, just hear me out for like 2 seconds. If Naruto was versing like Ichigo or some shit, right? And Naruto went, I don't know if this happens in the actual like manga or not, Naruto tries to hit him with the Rasengan and the Rasengan misses. If he's trying as hard as he motherfucking can to hit somebody who he knows has the durability to withstand a punch that can destroy a solar system, and he throws a Rasengan with all he has, and the Rasengan blows up a motherfucking mountain, that Rasengan, in turn, if he's putting his whole Budusi into it to try to be able to destroy somebody who can withstand destroying a solar system, that Rasengan should have wiped the motherfucking solar system off the face of the earth if it misses. But that's just kind of where power scaling is. I mean, I get what you're saying, but this is my thing with like this story. You know what I'm saying?
That would make sense if anime don't also disregard that every single
Exactly.
time.
Everything.
This is what you get.
I get it.
This is what you get when you throw away the story for the sake of your power scale.
I get it.
But then if we don't,
the exact same shit that we complain about Dragon Ball fans doing, Burns is literally doing right now.
But then if we do that, exactly what you just said, then congratulations. Oh my god, then Aizen is mountain level, because that's the strongest feat that he has.
Who is talking about? No, it's not!
It's just an example. In the first oh my, that's just the Kotetsu is the fucking hall pass. The Kotetsu is the hall pass of a 4D space.
You just said Aizen's Grace he's destroying him. You did not read the series. Shut the fuck up, Burns. Do not speak anymore. Do not speak anymore.
What does the Kotetsu mean?
Is an object that exists outside of space-time in the Dangai that governs space-time.
All it does is govern space-time. It doesn't mean shit. It's like getting rid of a hall pass, a hall monitor. Yes.
That's the exact same logic that you use for Shiba. That's the exact same logic that you use for Shiba. He ascended to a higher dimension, therefore he's 4D. So he's 5D.
Who said anything about ascending? Who said anything about ascending?
No. You said, when we were talking about Yuhara Shibai, you said that because Shibai was able to ascend to a higher dimension and exist in a separate plane of reality, that's why he's 5D. In the Dangai, which is a separate plane of existence, the Kotetsu from that separate plane of existence governs space and time. And Aizen was able to destroy the Kotetsu so much so that even Gin said that should have been impossible. But then Aizen said that with the Hogyoku transformation, basically said that there's nothing impossible with the Hogyoku transformation because the Hogyoku basically goes above reason, goes beyond reason. If that is not, and then you said that Aizen's Grace Feet is destroying a mountain. You did not read Bleach.
Because the Kotetsu is a hall monitor for space and time. It's literally a hall monitor. It is a hall monitor.
Am I the ref?
You got Aviator for destroying a hall monitor.
Now.
Congratulations.
Goodbye.
Wait, am I the ref? Am I supposed to be the ref? Am I supposed to be?
I don't
think-
know.
I
I
don't
don't even
think
know.
we
I
have
don't even know if we're not debating because Burns is just being so unfair.
How is that unfair?
Burns is just being unfair.
Can I throw a flag? Can I throw like a flag on the?
No, do not bring Luffy up. Nobody's even fucking about Luffy. That's not what we're talking about right now.
I said a flag, bitch!
Anything.
I said
the
a flag.
Kyoketsu is literally. Oh my god.
All I give a
the
fuck
horn
about,
monitor.
all I give a fuck about is Luffy has Toon Force, so whatever fucking attacks is gonna bounce off his Luffy, you'll see, bro. That's just what I care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, Luffy solo's all the fiction because Luffy can just take fiction out of fiction because he's Luffy. That's all I give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying, bro? Say what's up, yo, yo, yo.
I literally have something for this.
ND, how's your voice, bro?
Oh, where is it?
I mean, I probably won't be able to talk tomorrow, but I feel like it's pretty good.
How's your throat? You need me to massage it? I'll do a massage.
I mean, I have honey and like ginger, so.
All right, that was 20 minutes, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This might be the most entertaining episode of fucking Triple Aces.
That shit went nowhere. That shit went nowhere.
Because Burns doesn't know how to make a coherent argument without being unfair.
You just yapped for 10 minutes and didn't let one argument get out. Going
Because none of the arguments made
on.
any sense. None of the arguments made any sense. Next topic now. Next topic.
Okay, Daddy. Next topic, please. Next topic. Okay, so. Okay.
Wait. My thing, I'm disconnected.
Are you fucking
Okay, we're back.
kidding me? Are you
No,
fucking
my
kidding
earbuds
me?
unplugged, I mean.
Wow.
My earbuds, bro.
my earbuds. All right. Here we go. So people on TikTok have been wilding because they think men can beat like anything. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of fucking versus battles.
Which we pretty much can.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start the
IQ.
low. I'm gonna
IQ.
start what I think 100. What I think the men can beat versus like Unk's throat is universal. Pause. Yes, it is.
Yo.
I'm gonna start.
When it comes to fucking devastating Burns and his dog shit ass arguments, yes.
There was no devastation. It's like a flat earther going nuh-uh.
Continue.
Wait, but the Earth is flat. What are you talking about?
All that for the.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm not stupid. So we have versus battles that have been happening on TikTok. We're gonna give some scenarios, and I want to know what y'all think. All right, we'll start with the low. 100 men versus a gorilla. Who you think is taking that?
Gorilla.
100 men.
You think the gorilla? You think gorillas taking
Wait,
that?
weapons
against
or no?
100 men?
Wait, weapon. Yeah.
No
wait,
weapons. Bare hands.
100
You
men
think
are still winning that.
bare hands?
100 men are still winning that.
At the
Here's
same
all
time,
that-
then
here's logic,
at
here's
the
logic.
same time.
Nobody's talking about Batman. Nobody's talking. Shut up. Ever bring up Batman again? I'll fucking drop kick you, bro. We
here's
hate
logic.
Batman in this bitch.
Here's
This is an
the-
anti-Batman zone.
Here's the analogy that I came up with.
All right, let's hear it.
Burns, you can beat at your current like size and strength.
At your current power level.
Yeah, a man versus a gorilla would be the equivalent of you against probably like a 9 or 10-year-old. You could probably slap the dog shit out of a 9 or 10-year-old. 10,
But
9
like
or 10-year-olds.
100 of them.
Right? 11, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 all at the same time. Like, you're getting through like 6, 7, 8, like fully killing like 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe like
7.
bloodlusted. You can kill maybe 15.
But it's like
all of them
at what
pouncing
point
on
like
you.
what are we doing with just our hands to the like what are we fucking like punching it and shit?
Well, it's
like is that even gonna do anything?
But the strength of 100 men punching a gorilla at full strength, like, and also remember that gorillas don't have like the same cardiovascular like strength as humans. So the gorilla's gonna tire out super fucking fast, whereas humans can go for days.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think even like I low-key think like 20 to 30 men might even get it done because like if everybody's working together cohesively,
And people
you know
keep
what I
saying,
mean?
and people keep saying
Like,
who's gonna go. People keep saying who's gonna go first. Okay, give 100 men meth. There, who's winning that?
100
Come
men.
on.
100 men, and I'm gonna say something. If you give 100 men methamphetamines against one gorilla, I'm gonna say something controversial. Not a singular man is dying, bro. Everybody would go in at the same time. Not one man is dying. Seriously hurt, absolutely. But that gorilla is fucking getting its teeth ripped in by another man's teeth.
And remember, like a lot of animals too, like their whole thing is that they're not as strong as they pretend to be. Their whole thing is intimidation. They want to like scare you away or intimidate you from actually engaging in an altercation, right? Like animals aren't actually fighting other animals unless they know they're gonna win.
I'm also sorry, but that's fucking wrong. Somebody said peak human with adrenaline beats a gorilla. You are not beating a gorilla in a 1v1 no matter how much. A
John
gorilla.
Jones is not beating a fucking gorilla,
No,
bro.
John Jones, Eddie Hall, they're not. Dude, Eddie Hall, let's take it into this, right? Eddie Hall deadlifts 1,000 pounds, and that's like the highest deadlift in recorded human history, bro. A gorilla's, like a regular average gorilla's lifting weight is 1,800 pounds, bro. You're not touching that motherfucking gorilla. A gorilla will one-shot you. A gorilla will close arm you, and you'll fucking be like...
To be fair, I don't really like when people say like, oh, a gorilla can bench X, Y, and Z. The gorillas don't...
not bench. Like it's like hit force. Like it's like
yeah. Like they measure like the pressure of their hits, right? Like
yeah. Like that. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm glad we could like agree on that. Bruce, does that change your mind a little bit? That would you think
for gorilla? You said we're gonna keep going, right?
We're gonna keep going. Okay, so
I think the only like, and I'm sorry to jump again. I think the only, because I was thinking about this all day. I feel like the only like animal that could reasonably kill like 100 men is maybe like an oversized hippo, maybe.
A hippo might be packing up 100.
I mean, hippos are.
Well, hold on. No. Wait. Okay, we'll trade this. I saw 100 men versus a rhinoceros. Who's winning?
I feel like I don't really know much about rhinos. I feel like everything I know about rhinos is like mythology. So they're not like actual like it's not like real scientific information.
Rhinos.
I feel like we can like push it over and shit. It's big ass. 100 people.
I don't.
True, fair.
Actually, you might be able to push it.
Saying?
But like one rhino charge is taking out like 20 motherfuckers, bro.
Sometimes
Rhinos
they bluff.
With them horns,
I know that.
Bro,
Sometimes they bluff. You can like try to call it bluff.
I think humans would win that, but I think at least 50 motherfuckers are going back.
I think too. Like, but also when you think about like a rhino, like again, it's one of those things like how many times can a rhino like full on like fucking rage charge before it gets tired?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's not getting through all of us. We can make some sacrifices.
Yeah. No, I don't. Even an elephant versus 100 men, like people used to take down elephants like all the time, bro, for like hunting and shit, like before like weapons and all that. Like if it was 100 men versus an elephant, that might be like 80 men going. But
elephants are also like,
what's kind of hard?
Because on one hand, it's like elephants are kind of like pretty gentle, but then on the other hand, it's like I've seen stories of like elephants, but then again, it's a whole tribe of elephants, not just like one, but like stampeding entire villages. But then again, it's like a whole like tribe of elephants. It's not just like one guy doing it. So I know.
All right.
Yeah.
I got more versus battles, bro. A man versus. I got more versus battle. A man versus. Now we're getting into the deeper ones, bro. A man versus a lynx. Who's winning? A lynx. Now it's like a different.
One
it's
man
like
versus one lynx.
One man versus one. Yes, like
so basically like a mountain lion, basically.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller than a mountain lion.
Don't people keep those as pets, or am I tweaking? Is that like
they do, but like you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing will eat your fucking face off if it.
Are they like servals and shit?
No. Servos are way smaller.
Oh. Yeah, servals are smaller. Like a lynx is like.
I'm gonna look up a fucking.
It's like a jaguar, I think.
It's a little bit. I would say it's a little bit smaller. It definitely could fuck you up. You think you're beating a lynx in a 1v1?
Yo, this motherfucker cute as hell. I'm beating his ass. I think I'm beating his ass.
I'm beating his ass, bro. I'm pulling that shit.
I think one person could do it.
You think one person could beat a lynx?
24 pounds max as an adult. It's getting thrown.
Oh wait, what? I thought they were bigger.
It's getting ragdolled.
I thought they were bigger too.
Yeah, you should have said a mountain lion.
Okay, hold on, pause. All right, man versus tiger, bro. I saw somebody say they might be able to beat a tiger in a 1v1.
No human is beating.
No
a tiger,
human
bro.
is.
You need hella plot armor. You need hella plot armor.
I don't even think 10 humans are beating a tiger, to be honest.
Yo, you need as much plot armor as Ichigo gets in Bleach, bro, in order to be able to.
Because tigers do this like thing where they like instantly like snap the spinal cord of like whatever animal they're hunting. So it's just like if a tiger is just gonna like pounce on you, break your like snap your neck and you're paralyzed, and it just like does that. Like I think it would take like a unarmed. I think it would take at least 25 to 30 at the bare minimum.
Yeah, no, I feel that. No, I know. In order to beat a tiger in a 1v1, bro, you need as much plot armor as Ichigo gets in Bleach, bro. That shit would be a crazy amount of plot armor. You know what I'm saying?
You need as much plot armor as fucking Luffy had against Crocodile, and then Luffy had when fucking Kuzan froze him, and then Luffy had against Magellan where he should have died of poisoning, and then the multiple times Luffy died against Kaido and came back to life.
Bro, my goat just has goated durability that's been established since the beginning of the series. What are we talking about, bro?
Or the time he almost died to Rob Lucci, and then the power of friendship gave him like a fucking second wind.
Yo, that was the coldest fucking animation ever. What are we talking about? Remember when he got hit back and his like head is just dangling back and he just pulls that shit back up and he says, yo, throw them hands again, bro. I'm not gone. Yo, that's peak, bro. That's peak writing. What are we talking about? All right. So let's continue. I'm just kidding, by the way. I thought that was going to rile you up a little bit more about the sneak bleach disc, bro.
Bro, Burns already.
Starting
off with the anime Mount Rushmore, already fucking. I was already up to here, and then Burns fucking took it like to the fucking stratosphere. Like I'm like I don't even have enough energy.
I ain't even have to do nothing.
He smoked like 2 cents. I mean, that's what happens when you try to put Sailor Moon over motherfucking One Piece, bro.
Bro, let's not even go back to that, bro. I don't have.
All right, so man versus tiger. I saw that somebody said they could take out a bear in a 1v1.
Bro, to be fair, there are people who have survived being mauled by bears.
Well, survive being mauled by bears is different from
fighting
beating the bear. You know what I'm saying? By like beating the motherfucking bear. You're not beating the goddamn bear in a 1v1. They will tear your stomach apart, bro. What are we talking about?
And also, like, bears have like this like really like loose. I'm not explaining, but like I was watching this thing and they have like really loose skin, so like damage like all like it, like so like buffers like hard like what do you call it, like blunt force trauma, and also cutting attacks don't really like work very well on them either. Because, like, for humans, our skin is really tight onto our muscle, but for bears, it's not like that. So it's like, even if you cut them, you're not gonna like make it do any like serious damage.
Damn.
So you have to like use a gun.
Monkey D. Luffy ass bear, bro. What are we talking about?
Bear.
Monkey D. Luffy ass bear. Yeah, that's all. And then I saw man versus chimpanzee, but we talked about that before, bro. We talked about that last year.
IQ.
You still thinking a week is past? You still thinking you're taking a chimpanzee in a 1v1, bro?
I said I'm winning. I said I'm winning, but I said I'm probably surviving.
You're surviving?
Yeah, I'm surviving.
They might tear your face off, bro.
Still, I mean, shit. Somebody give him the fucking prosthetic face, then.
I'm not gonna hold
I think the only like thing that where like 100 humans would like lose like definitively is like if it's like a water animal, like one of those like big like water like animals, like a fucking like, giant shark, a giant tiger shark. Because it's like, first of all, we're in their domain, like we can't swim like as well as they can, and then it's like, you know, like there really is like I feel like it's just not as like easy as like on land.
Yeah, I feel that.
Sharks, you just kind of stop from moving and they fucking drown. So
I'd beat a shark in a 1v1. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
And then
it's not that bad of an assumption.
Like giant, like fucking squids, like Kraken or some shit like that. Just like is there nothing you can do like against that?
They fight sperm whales, bro.
Like genuinely.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Let me ask you guys a question. You get thrown into one anime verse of your choice, bro. But you're not the MC. It's random. You can go from being a fodder ass regular person.
I've been thought about this. I've been thought about this years ago. I've been thought about this years ago. I have way too much. I have way too much Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge to not be the fucking MC in that shit, bro. I have way too much Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge, bro. It would be either Yu-Gi-Oh or it'd be Kuroko no Basket. Those are my top two.
Not bad.
Kuroko no Basket.
Yu-Gi-Oh, I would definitely be like a world champion fucking duelist, bro. Easily.
World champion duelist.
No fucking normal summons and dark magicians is gonna fucking do shit.
That should be heat. Burns, which verse are you going into, bro?
I'm going into fucking Naruto.
He's going into Bleach so he can prove that Ichigo is not multiversal and he can one-shot Bleach because the fucking Kotetsu is just a fucking hallway monitor.
I'm gonna beat Aizen's ass because his statement was fucking wrong. I'm gonna go up to Yuha and I'm just gonna the shit out of him.
Bro, yo, you're gonna fuck Yuha.
He gonna show him what the real Almighty is.
That's what I think about time and space. That's what I think about reality.
What the real Almighty is.
He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna tip these scales. How about that?" And then I'm gonna come back and live a normal life. I don't want to live the life.
You're going into Naruto's verse, bro. You're gonna. I swear to God, you're gonna spawn one-tailed beast bomb.
Bro, it's literally mostly for the fact that I think I could do it. I don't care. I don't think I'm gonna be one of those fodder on the battlefield.
Also, if you go to Naruto verse, you could just like not like be a
you don't have to do
Ichiraku was just like chilling like while the world was fucking ending.
Ichiraku was chilling, and if Nagato didn't fucking like see the light, Ichiraku would have fucking died because he got blown off fucking planet Earth. What are we talking about?
But as long as there's people like Naruto, they don't got it.
Kaguya was trying to like fucking delete the Earth. Like, Ichiraku was just like chilling,
making his fucking.
Was they like, yo, don't forget the tip, bro? Like. That's $4.99 plus tips, bro.
Make sure you come back next week.
I'm trying to think. Like, I would want to say Pokemon, just because like I feel like you can make
That's
your
a
own.
good
Like,
choice.
that's the one where you can have the highest chance to be like the MC, because it's more of like a make your own destiny type shit. You know what I mean? But and on the other hand, like I'm scared of like spiders and shit. I see like a Pokemon in the wild that like can melt through the Earth's core. I'm cooked.
I
You know
think
what
I
I'm
just
saying,
want to see
bro?
my Pokemon get its ass kicked.
Yeah,
Like,
it's ass,
you
like,
have to watch your
destroyed.
animals just get abused, basically.
You read into Pokemon lore,
Bro, you
bro?
gotta unironically be like Paul, bro. Like you lose once, you're released, bro.
That's crazy, bro. That shit's crazy. Yeah, I think Pokemon is a safe choice. Like, I would low-key want to be in Death Note just 'cause
Until
I
fucking
wanna
like
be-
Dialga shows up out of nowhere and just fucking.
As what?
I would want to be in Death Note, but also like if I didn't even get the Death Note, like I'm safe from fucking lights. Fucking
It's just
wrath,
normal
bro.
life.
Like,
But then
you know
again, yeah,
what
it's
I mean?
just like normal
Or-
life, except like demons. Like why would
Or
you?
My
want to-
Hero. You have an 80% chance of getting a quirk. Either it's something
Yo.
stupid
Yeah, and
or
then
it's
you're
something
fucking-
sick.
And then it's like a 99% chance that your quirk is like stretchy eyes or some dog shit like that.
Like those motherfuckers in school.
And then you get caught in Shigaraki's wrath.
Imagine getting
bro.
bullied by a guy whose power is stretchy eyes.
Yeah, but that's such a good deal, though. Like, 80% chance of 100% getting something, and, like, let's just say, like, a 50-50 on it being ass, or something that you can at least turn semi-useful.
Unlike your fucking ability.
As
you
opposed
turn,
to
like, the girls,
nothing?
like, one day it's just like while you're just like fucking chilling as like a fucking 14-year-old, all of a sudden you just like turn invisible, and that's just your life.
No, I would pick JoJo's, but before I go into JoJo's, I'd find the absolute most rocking outfit I've ever seen in my entire life, like a purple long coat or some shit like that, wear like the cool ass hats, and then go in because you're 100% guaranteed to have a stand if you're wearing a cool ass fit. You know what I'm saying,
You
bro?
got a nice ass
Like,
fit,
because you looking in JoJo's, it's like normal outfit, normal outfit, normal outfit, normal outfit. Which one's the stand user? All of a sudden, some motherfucker looking at you like this, bro. Like, come on, with the most drippiest outfit you've ever seen in your life. If I got the fit on and I go to JoJo's, I'm being an MC, and that's it. And it's gonna be some cool ass fucking stand, bro. What are we talking about? I'd do JoJo's.
What kind of stand would you have, though?
I don't know, bro.
Every time someone says the word milk, the world ends. And that's it.
Bro,
Yo,
I don't even
that's
know. I don't
basically
even
what
know.
it
Like, I like stopped JoJo's at like part 3, so I don't even know what like.
Is that when they
That's right.
introduce stands?
all I know is that like they have these like fucking weird ass names like Sticky Fingers or some
Like the
shit
second
like that.
they introduce stands, basically.
Sticky fingers.
That shit is fucking dope, bro. And stands are sick. Stands are fucking AOT. You would not catch me dead in AOT, bro. AOT would be the worst fucking verse to
have
ever
a
be
pretty
spawned
good
in.
chance of
He was
dying.
like volunteer to live in a fucking nightmare. Like, why the
You
fuck
would
would anybody?
literally die. You would die. You would spawn die, spawn die, spawn die. That would be like an actual chance of dying. You would not catch me in Dragon Ball, bro. I would be dead. How many times the Earth?
No,
gets
bro,
blown up?
no, but think about it. If you go to Dragon Ball, right? If you go to Dragon Ball and you're trained by Roshi, like you're guaranteed to become like one of the strongest. Like on like bro,
Yeah,
Goku and Krillin trained with Roshi for like a couple months, and they were already like like one of the strongest people on the earth. Like they were in like the tournaments for the strongest under the heavens tournament after a few months of training. Like,
Bro, but that's like 10. That's like 10 motherfuckers in the world that got trained by Roshi versus like the billions that live there. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's like the 10.
Find these random
Yeah.
motherfuckers that get trained.
Nah, but regular Earthlings can't train. I would want to train, bro. I would want to train. Not gonna lie, learn how to do a Kamehameha. Like all of a sudden, a motherfucker's talking crazy to you. It's like, oh, stand up, throw a fist. Are you sure, bro?
Atomize
Like I'm
them.
not. I am sending you to the Shadow Realm with one punch, like on my
Vaporizing
soul,
them
bro.
instantaneously.
You would also not catch me dead in the One Piece verse. You would not catch me motherfucking dead. I love One Piece, but hell fucking no. I'm
but
not
there's
going
also
to
like
One Piece, bro.
if you're on the Dragon Ball verse, there's like a non-zero chance like the world would like genuinely end. Like
Yeah, of
in the
course.
Yeah,
Blue
but you
Saga, the world
barely
like
notice
genuinely
it.
ended. Like
You barely notice it, though. It's
And then you
usually
get
just
brought
you
back.
die and then you come back eventually because Goku did some shit. So, in the end, you
Because
win.
Goku's him. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, One Piece, I'm not going to fucking One Piece, bro. Because think about it. There's one dude who becomes the king of the pirates, bro. There's one dude. If you're any lower fodder than that, like 4 emperors, dog. Any lower fodder than that, you're getting absolutely decimated the second, if you want to sail. The second you set foot on the ocean, Mihawk's there to fucking spawn camp.
Like,
Like,
aren't there like
spawn
spawn
kill
campers
you.
too? Like
They literally spawn camp at the start of the Grand Line to fuck your day up, bro. Mihawk spawn camp. Mihawk is somebody who's running running the dukes with emperors, and he's sitting there spawn camping the East Blue to wipe out Don Krieg, who went extreme diff with East Blue Luffy. Nope, I'm good. I'm good.
Boss.
You got it. The literal tutorial boss.
But also, like, even if you're like in the One Piece verse, like someone like fucking like Axe Hand Morgan will genuinely be like God compared to you.
Literally, and if I'm just a regular human, the amount of chances that I have to be like, bro, to get oppressed by the government, those celestial dragons, my life would be a living hell. Fuck no. Unless I'm the literal king of the pirates. But even Luffy had to watch his brother get absolutely lavified. Hell no, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Bro died to rage bait. That's crazy.
That's legitimately the #1 rage bait. He said, "You want to hear a yo daddy joke?" And then he turned around.
No, because what pissed me off is that like I coming into Marineford, I already knew that Ace was gonna die, but I didn't think it was gonna go out that sorry. I thought it was gonna be something like actually like cool.
Nah, bro, went out sad.
It's like it's just, no, but I was like I thought I heard Ace die somewhere when I was before I watched it, and then he gets out the chains, and I'm like, was that wrong? I was like, no way. I was like, they're making it off the island, and as soon as Akainu popped up in front of them, I'm like, yeah, we're cooked. I was like, this whole thing is cooked, and there's no fucking way they literally baited me like that. I got baited as much as fucking Ace got baited, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, facts. Dude, watch One Piece fan letter. That'll show you what it's like to be a regular ass Marine in the One Piece world. Just watching these super powered ass fucking human beings fight to the death over like your life, and you're just standing there with a gun in your hand like it's gonna do something. What are we talking about? Like, nope, I'm good, bro. I'm good with the One Piece verse. My vote's Pokemon, but there we go.
My vote is Yu-Gi-Oh! Burns, what's your vote? Bleach.
Huh? Bleach? What?
No. My vote is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Burns'
No,
vote
fuck
is
it.
Bleach.
You're right. Yeah, no. What I said the first time for that reasoning. I'll stick with Bleach.
So he
No
can
cage.
fuck you, huh? That's his vote.
You can see all timelines, and in every single one, I get to him.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That's our hour. That's our Triple Nexus hour, bro. I hope you enjoyed ND fucking screaming at the both of us, bro. That shit was mad funny. Thank y'all so much for tuning into Triple Nexus episode 15. Find us on at triplenexus.podcast on TikTok. Right up here, you'll see that bitch. Find us all on TikTok if you haven't. Right up here, you'll see that bitch. Don't forget to tune in to next week's episode at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know how it is. We'll see you all next week. And thank you so much for following and subscribing to Triple Nexus, bro. See you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Huge.